Hello, this video is going to be about suggestions and advice, but this one we're going to focus on should and negative. So here we have some suggestions or advice. When you go to the beach, you shouldn't forget your sunscreen. You shouldn't drink water from the tap. Well, at least here in Mexico, because you could get sick, and in other countries too. And yeah, so those are the only two examples we have. So when you go to the beach, you shouldn't forget your sunscreen because then you'll get all sunburned. And you shouldn't drink water from the tap. So those are the two examples we have. So now, if we can see them here, we can see the structure. So when you go to the beach, you shouldn't forget your sunscreen. You shouldn't drink water from the tap. In another example, he should not buy expensive things on his trip. So as we can see, we start with a subject, and then we have should not, or the contraction of should not is shouldn't. And after that, we have the main verb in simple form, and then the complement, whatever complement it is. So here in the first example, the sentence is inverted. So that's why the complement is first, and also here. Well, this is also the complement, but the first part is also part of the complement. But yeah, we have first subject, then should not or shouldn't, the contraction of should not, then the verb in the main verb in simple form, and the complement. So that's the structure for these sentences. So as we saw, we had could and should, which were the ones that we were going to see. And then could was weaker than should, and should was stronger than could. But here we saw that we only saw should. So we can't use could in negative for suggestions and advice. So suggestions and advice is we can only use should. We can't use could. We can't use could for suggestions and advice in negative. We can only use should. So that's why we only saw should here. Yep, like we said, you subject, should not or shouldn't. Here drink is the main verb in simple form and the complement. So now here we have 4 statements, and here we have the subject or pronoun that we're going to use. So what I want you to do is to write these, or like in your mind, like the sentence, each of the sentences, like the 4 sentences with the subject. So it is just like these examples. So these statements and the subject, make them into a sentence with should and negative. So negative should. So I'm going to give you some seconds to do that, and then we'll check the answers. Go ahead. Okay, so we're going to check the answers now. If you want, you can pause the video to do them, like, write them down, or like in your mind. But now we're going to check the answers. So the first one says go to the best restaurants, and it's she. So if we want to make that into a sentence that's negative with should, then it would be she shouldn't go to the best restaurants, or she should not go to the best restaurants. Then number 2 says swim in the hotel's pool. Let's think about it. How could we use should not or shouldn't and I with this? So it would be, I shouldn't swim in the hotel's pool. Then number 3 says, visit family right now, and it's he. So it would be, he shouldn't visit his family right now. Here we added the his because we have to specify who, and we're missing it here. Then number 4 says pay more than $50, pesos, whatever it is, to go to a museum. You. So how could we have that with should not or shouldn't? So it would be, you shouldn't pay more than $50 or 50 pesos or whatever it is that the currency is to go to a museum. So those are the answers for that exercise. It was a pretty, I hope that it was a pretty simple explanation because I think that this is a simple topic. So I really hope that it's clear for you guys, and that would be it. Bye.